The talk is live.
Together, get the fireworks started. Yeah, we the life of the party. It's true. Like look at that vibe. Everybody gather around. Look at that shine. Let the lights go down. Look at that smile. Every time you come around, I feel like I'm brand new.
Say thanks for all the energy that you bring every morning. We're feeling it. Are you all ready for it? It's time for Top of the Talk. We got a big one this morning. By congratulating the University of Michigan Wolverines. First national championship title since 1997, beating the Washington Huskies 34-13. Did everybody see that?
Oh,
good game.
Okay,
good game.
Yeah, so
good game.
Here's the thing. You guys know yesterday was my anniversary. And so to say I was a little torn.
15th anniversary.
15th anniversary. Yes, it was a big one. So I had to do something unconventional that hasn't been done since I was born in 1979. I had to turn my phone down. I didn't look. I was disconnected. I was engaged with my wife, and I was engaged. Went out to dinner.
Good husband.
Went out to dinner, did everything else there. Babe, it's time to go to sleep now. All right, cool. I stayed up and I watched the game, the taping of the game afterwards. But my wife was cool with it. She was cool with it. I stayed up till midnight. And let me say, congratulations to Jim Harbaugh, my boy Ron Bellamy, who's the wide receivers coach there. They played an amazing game, dominated on defense. Offensively, they were owning the ground game. They ran that ball so good.
Wait,
Great game.
Let's be 100 right now with us, right? Let's be 100.
What?
Are you saying you didn't get up and go to the bathroom at one point during the time, the nice dinner with your wife? You didn't at one point during the dinner.
I knew. The dangle notifications would have ruined it for me. I was 4 hours behind. I watched it 4 hours later than everybody else. So I turned, there was one time our kids during dinner texted me, and I was just peeking, make sure there's no notification underneath.
I believe them.
Can I say this, though? I want to shout out the Harbaugh family because I think they're a great dynasty. Because didn't the father win a championship with Western Kentucky?
Yeah, he did.
And then the two brothers played against each other in the Super Bowl. When it was Ravens and 49ers. And now he may go back with the Ravens. I think that's great.
There could be a chance at a Super Bowl.
You mean go to the Raiders. That's what you meant to say, the Raiders.
No, I knew who I said.
No, you meant to say the Raiders. You better go out there and put that in the universe, the Raiders.
No.
Say it, Sheryl.
Oh, ready? The Raiders already know how I feel about them.
I don't know what's going on. Are we still talking about sports?
Because the game is on CBS. We got to be hopeful. Yeah, it's going to be a good game.
I think Cheryl's talking about something entirely different. Okay, this week, she's talking about relationships. Speaking of that, this week, Michelle Obama joined Jay Shetty's podcast On Purpose. It was a great conversation. The two talked about the Obama's 31-year marriage. And what they talked about, this is really great. They talked about the importance of fighting in a relationship. Now, according to Shetty, there are 3 different fighting styles. There's a venter, meaning you like to vent in order to fix the issue right away. There is the hider, meaning you need time and space alone. You need to think things out, think about the problem. And then there's the exploder, which I think we all know what that means, right? You just let it all out, right? Okay? Forget trying to fix the problem. Okay. So Michelle did say early in the relationship she was more the exploder, but because Barack is more of the venter, she's come around to his philosophy of talking it through and then fixing it right away. What is your fighting style?
Okay, here you go. I hide until I can't take it no more.
Wow.
Okay.
Then I vent.
Okay.
Because I can't take it no more.
Okay.
And then I explode
So you're
because I can't take it no more.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'm with you, Sheryl.
Yeah.
I'm with you, because I'm one of those, it depends, too, on who you're fighting. Because if I'm with my husband and it's a heated argument, I'm exploding. Yeah. But sometimes if you're with your friends, you gotta you can't just explode. You gotta, I gotta let this seethe, and it's the slow burn.
Yeah.
And you don't wanna, you gotta think things through, and how do I come back?
I don't think you can be always just one of these. I feel like depending on the person and or fight, which lane you're going in, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I think with partners, for me, it's always been the same since in 15 years of marriage with my wife and I. I am the venter / fixer, right? I'm the one who's trying to, process everything and fix it as it goes. And Crystal is kind of like Michelle Obama in that she will explode, say all of her feelings, and be like, what the heck am I supposed to do with all of this? And then she hides, because then she goes, okay, let me process all of my feelings by myself. Yeah. But before she gets to that process, I'm always in it. No, come on, let's fix it. Let's get down. You said this, okay, then let me fix it. And I've learned.
You're such a Taurus. That's a Taurus trait.
It is. it is. I don't get into all the signs, but that definitely is me. But I will say what I've learned from this is I give my wife now her space. So instead of wanting to always fix it right away, I just sit back and I'm like, just go ahead, whoop it on me, as my high school coach would say, whoop it on me, go ahead, whoop it on me. Not like that, but whoop it on. Okay. You know what I mean? And then I let her process it.
You gonna need her to whoop it on you, because I'm surprised you still married to this day, because you are wild. You are. I'm a fix it, and I'm a do it.
There's a lot of guys out here who are fixers in the relationship too. You know what I mean? Like you try.
See, look at the men going. I know. Look at the men. Now the men know. The men know. Don't answer that, because they sitting with their wife.
Well, that's like Jaret.
They don't want to get slapped on live TV by their wife.
Y'all all left me hanging. Y'all all left me hanging.
Now Jerry is sitting back quietly. Come on, Jerry, get in here.
No, I definitely live with an exploder. And I'm actually, I'm actually none of these. I'm actually, my fighting style is, I'm a runner. I run.
That's right, Jerry. That's right.
I run away. Run.
That's right. That's right, Jerry.
Why are they clapping?
Because this is why he's happily married right now.
I'm happily married.
They're like, yes, Jerry, run away from your problems. Don't face your problems, Jerry. Run away, Jerry.
That's right.
I love our audience. They know who to cheer on. Okay, coming up next. This is a video that you have to see to believe in what can only be described as a stupid human trick. A man is going viral for getting stuck in a decorative urn during a New Year's Eve party. Take a look.
I'm stuck. You're not going to be able to get out. I'm stuck. You're going to be there the rest of the night. You're going to have I'm doing everything I can. Damn it. My sweater off. I already took my belt off and I didn't do.
You got it, Connor. You got it. You did it.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
I love seeing the arc of this. Like at first he was like, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. And then he was like, get me out of here, man. You're doing it wrong.
I'm trying.
I'm doing all I can. Well, it seemed like it was quite the struggle, and they finally had to break the urn with a hammer. That's how they finally got him out.
And that was expensive too. I'm sure that was like $1 million they had to break.
That was a big pot.
They were being very gentle. They were almost being like archaeologists. They were like.
I just want to know. I want to know how many cocktails were had before the decision was made to let's go pop into that urn and see what that's like.
Oh yeah, he was litty.
Maybe he couldn't make it to the bathroom fast enough and jumped in the urn.
Oh, no.
Can you imagine they crack it open and just a
and then it's just full of.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't know how long that lasted, how long he was stuck in there, but not a good.
My goodness.
That's embarrassing. The whole world saw that. Oh, you're the guy from the urn. Oh. Hard one to live down. All right, up next from the new sitcom Extended Family, the very funny Donald Faison is here.
have been on display in both movies and TV shows. Now he's continuing to make us all laugh in the new sitcom Extended Family. Please welcome my friend and the always entertaining, hilarious Donald Faison.
I knew I was going to get applause. I knew I was going to get applause.
They love you. They love you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So I know you and Jerry, you guys went to the same high school, PS 1478923, whatever it's called.
Professional children's school. We should give them a shout out.
Okay, all right, okay.
It's nice to do it because they ask you when you go there. They're like, if you do make it big, and it ever happens for you when you're on television, please say nice things about us. So, shout out professional children.
All right. Well, can you say anything nice about Jerry? Because we know what we have here on the show. What was he like? Be honest, man. Just be honest. What was he like in
You
high
guys
school?
got the same thing pretty much of what we had in high school.
So jumping on chairs, was he in class like, so teacher, I got a question for you. Was he doing that?
You all know Jerry has a lot of energy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so as a youth, Jerry found ways to focus that energy into this thing he had called the Jerry O Show. And the Jerry O Show, Jerry would cut class and walk around school. He would cut class in school. And literally walk past the class that he's supposed to be in to go to other people's class and walk in and be like, is it cool if I do the Jerry O Show?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
And the teachers would allow him to do it, especially, I forget her name, our algebra teacher.
Miss Arches.
Miss Arches.
What the heck is
Huge fan of Jerry. He was a year older than me, but at the school we went to, we always hung out. Anyway, so he can't remember the first time. The kid from Stand By Me walks in. And I'm like, oh, snap, it's the kid from Stand By Me. And he walks in and he goes, I'm going to do the Jerry O Show. And he does his intro and he goes, I got a little joke to tell. One time I was hanging out with this girl and I was like, I bet you can't punch me in the stomach. And she was like, I bet you I can. And I was like, no, you can't. She was like, I can. And I said, and he said, okay, do it. And she cocked up and punched me in the stomach and I flexed and she got me in a really weird spot and I farted a little. Jerry O.
Jerry.
And now you're on a talk show.
Yeah.
And now he's on a talk show, people.
Come on, buddy.
Just make sure you don't fart on the show, man. We good.
Do you remember that joke? That seems like it was a.
I do remember that. I do remember that. It wasn't his joke as much of a nightmare. Well, you want to know what I remember about Donald in high school?
See, so here's the thing. He knew what I was going to say. I have no clue what he's about to say.
I didn't know what you were going to say, and I'm going to get serious for a second. Donald and I were in chorus together. This is true.
You sing Into the Woods.
And no, but we do know that. Donald, you had the most beautiful voice I'd ever heard up until that point. And Donald always got solos, and I remember you had a solo. I'll never forget this for on Broadway.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe how your voice inflected up and down. I still think of it every time I hear that song.
That was a big deal for me. That's really awesome. Right on.
That's cool that you guys go way back and have that.
You know what I remember? I remember
you remember that I farted.
No,
we all
no.
About that.
Other than
I remembered that your voice was beautiful.
Other than that, I remember us in the back of the chorus when we had to do the Into the Woods thing, and us in the back going, Into the Woods, into the woods, out of the woods.
And home before.
And home before dark. I remember that.
Donald, all joking aside, I am so proud of you. We're all so proud of you. You recently posted this photo on your social media and wrote, "This kid dreamed big." I know that guy.
Wow.
You wrote, "This kid dreamed big." Tell us about that kid.
Hold on now. Go on. You could say, I'll bring you up here. You can say it to everybody. What'd you say? You were bad. I was a bad kid. You see a bad kid in that photo right there? No. That kid was a huge dreamer. I knew at a very young age I wanted to be an actor, just like you did. So at a very young age, I saw Star Wars, and I knew I would never be able to fly the Millennium Falcon in real life. And the only way I would be able to do it is as an actor. Wow. And so, yeah, the dream's still going too, man. Like, it's still happening. For all of us.
How old were you in that photo?
5 or 6, maybe. Yeah. That's a
minute.
That's a minute ago. That's not even a headshot. That's like a school photo. But you could tell I was in it. I really wanted to be it.
And now you got your 2 kids, well, 2 of your kids, with Casey Cobb, my friend, and your beautiful wife. Yes.
Hang out with quite a bit.
You guys.
Y'all go out a lot.
We do.
I go to work and home. Amanda and my wife go out twice a month sometimes?
Technically, we don't go out. We stay in our sweatpants and go to someone's house.
That's what you do, yes.
But no.
Now, I've seen pictures of y'all at the restaurant.
You guys, Donald is so sweet. He gives Elvis your son's shoes that he's outgrown that are like barely worn, and I get them, and like so I have a Donald Faison shoe collection from your son.
A lot of Jordans.
And your daughter, and your daughter is an incredible dancer. We have let's do a really quick look at her dancing, you guys.
Hey.
She has never had a dance class.
Wow.
When are you gonna get her in dance class, Donald?
Apple doesn't fall. Hey.
She said,
Okay, who should get the dancing from? You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My wife can't dance to save her life. No disrespect. My wife's #1 dance is like the thing where you shake your butt and it goes really fast, like you did a Miami thing. And it's like,
That's it.
That's her go-to. It is a good move.
All right.
I wish my daughter did take dance classes. We're trying to get it. Debbie Allen, if you're listening.
Yes.
If you're watching.
Yes, Debbie.
Great studio, by the way.
Come get her.
Yeah.
Yes. I texted that to Casey. I said, get her into Debbie Allen's dance studio.
That's what you guys see Amanda dancing all the time, right?
Yeah. All right. It's not about me. We're going to have much more.
That was a clip from tonight's episode of Extended Family. We are back with one of its stars, Donald Faison. So, Donald, John Cryer was cast early on.
Yes.
Tell me, when you heard that he was a part of this whole puzzle, how did that affect your decision to do the show?
I knew right away that I didn't want to do it. No, I'm just kidding. So you can attest to this, actually. In high school, there were 2 people who I dressed like and PCS was a different school. It was a bunch of actors, and I didn't think I fit in, so I tried to find 2 actors who I thought would fit in there, and I emulated, or I tried to act like Ducky from Pretty in Pink.
Yeah.
And then Kadeem Hardison as Dwayne Wayne.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't have a picture of him, but the 2 of them, I combined them, and that's who I was in high school. I used to wear the glasses.
Yeah.
You remember all of that?
You used to always have hats.
Yeah, always the hats and everything, yeah.
Well, I always thought that was just Donald.
No, that was me trying to fit in where, like, I even fold, listen, as a black man, this ain't normal. When you fold it and you do the crossover and the taper and then you fold it up. That ain't no, I was doing all of that. I had the hat, anyway, so that was me in high school. And so when I found out John Cryer was going to be on he was doing this show called Extended Family, and they wanted me to be a part of it, I jumped to it because this is somebody who I had been, watching since I was a kid. I watched Hiding Out, another movie that you guys probably don't know about, just because I thought I'd see another version of Ducky in it, and it was John Cryer playing somebody completely different. Anyway.
Donald, I know how much you love basketball.
Yes.
And in this show, you play the owner of the Boston Celtics.
I do.
When you got this, were you freaking out? Because, like, this is, I feel like, dream role, but also this is you.
Yeah, I'm really immature, and so anytime I'm But I'm eating this up, man. Like, I love the fact that, you know, I play a character who, in his spare time, runs a professional sports team. You know, you can't beat that with a baseball bat. Yeah. And it's actually, thank you. It's actually based on a real story. So our show is based on a real family. The owner of the Boston Celtics' wife, her ex-husband and her share an apartment that neither one of them live in at the same time, but the kids stay there. And they come back and forth. And it's this thing called the nest. Huh. And it's a better way for divorce. You know, as a kid, I used to travel to my dad's girlfriend's house to, you know, when I would spend time with him, and then I'd be at my mom's apartment. This way, the neutral place always stays the same, and the parents come in on their weeks.
Yeah.
And that's what extended family means.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Donald, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
It's over?
Yes, it's over. Extended Family airs tonight at 8:30 p.m. on NBC and is available to stream the next day on Peacock. Coming up, Sheryl joins the judges at Hot Bench, and the courtroom might never be the same. You won't want to miss this. That's next.
Welcome back to The Talk. I'm a big fan of court shows, and I've always wanted to preside over a case as a judge. Well, my legal dream came true when I joined the judges on Hot Bench, the hit CBS court show created by the GOAT, Judge Judy. Take a look, baby. This is
hello.
Oh,
there she is.
Hello.
Big hugs all around and a warm welcome from Judge Jodite, Judge Michael, and Judge Rachel, who together preside over real cases from small claims courts all over the country.
How are you?
Doing great.
Really happy to be here. I love Hot Bench.
I'm so glad.
We know in choir when you put the robe on. You ready to praise the Lord. How does it feel when you put the robe on as a judge?
Well, we're going to tell you. To be a judge, you got to look like a judge. Your name is on it, but we're going to do it formally. You feel it?
Power?
You feel it?
It helps a little, right? To just get into the mind.
So you also need, when you render your verdict, you need a gavel.
Oh!
I'm going to take this everywhere. Grocery store. You like, you have more items in your cart. Bam! Go to that next line.
You would not be complete and official without your very own nameplate.
This is official. When I go back to the top, I'm going to change.
You definitely
It is going down.
Once you get the nameplate, there's no going back.
That's right. No going back.
And remember, the judge who judges least judges best. So be careful with your friends.
Judge Michael, what advice for me?
Well, I think what you want to do is to be able to listen as best you can to what the litigants have to say, because they're the best evidence.
If you have a question you want answered, make sure it gets answered.
Right.
Okay.
A lot of these cases really are rooted in common sense. So think about these cases if you were in the situation,
but
right?
What if I don't have no common sense?
You're gonna do great. You're gonna find
I think I'm ready. Okay, here comes the judge.
Have fun.
Okay, so now we going to sit?
We're going. All right. This is your chair right here.
Your chair.
This courtroom is now in session. Your Honor, this is case number 164 on calendar, Santoyo versus Garcia.
Thank you, Officer Montejano. We'd like to welcome today our guest judge, Judge Sheryl Underwood, who's going to be sitting with us on your case.
We hear a case about a rent dispute between a landlord and his tenant. One by one, the judges ask questions.
You are suing the defendant for...
You asked him to turn down the music I don't know how many times.
Mr. Santoyo, have you been a landlord before this?
Yes, I have.
And then...
I'm going to go ahead and pass this to my esteemed colleague, Judge Underwood.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Here's my question to Mr. Santoyo. You complained about noise. Were there any other complaints?
Just mostly noise. The TV was on too loud.
Was it loud sex? Was it happening? Loud sex. Mr. Garcia, you moved out because you were going to get cheaper rent?
What happened is I had a back IRS bill that came and kind of whacked me in the ass.
It sounded like you had money problems, and you did not know he had money problems, and you rented him a space.
I had an idea he had money problems.
There it is right there. So you knew he had money problems.
This was IRS from my ex-wife.
So why you didn't pay your taxes?
Well, because we filed joint, but then she filed separate, and I didn't
Don't
find out
blame
till
her.
later.
She's not here. It's not her fault. We're not doing that right now because you don't have to come back to my court if you're talking about old girl.
By your math, you're saying I owe $720.
That's right. So I'm asking you to tell me why.
Obviously, like you said, your math might not be as good as mine because I'm not agreeing with that.
I need some more respect in the courtroom
Yeah,
now.
you tell him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's right.
He asked me a question. I
Okay,
answered
but
it.
don't pop off like that because, that didn't even sound respectful now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
We're going to excuse the parties while we deliberate in this matter.
The courtroom clears and the deliberations start.
All right, so Judge Underwood really kind of uncovered a number of issues that I didn't really see on the surface of the case. So the first question is the defendant liable for rent?
We discuss for a few minutes.
Could we add on some bad friend money or some you shiesty money?
Punitive damages.
We reach a decision.
This court is again in session.
We've reached a verdict. It's unanimous. The verdict of our court is in favor of the plaintiff for $720.
And this courtroom is adjourned. So, Sheryl, how'd you feel?
Ooh, I felt powerful. Man, listen, all day. Take it from me. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Judge Underwood.
Hey, all right for me. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. That was so fun.
You're natural.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. A new show on CBS. Judge Sheryl.
Hey, Sheryl, I gotta admit.
Let's do it.
You look powerful, and I am officially afraid of you now.
I would don't get a gavel. Don't give her a gavel.
I loved Sheryl was just holding her gavel the whole time, like using it. I loved
we
it.
don't want to lose you on this show, but I mean, are you thinking about a career change? Because you could totally be a judge.
No, we can do that at night. I do this in daytime.
I got the name of your show.
What's it called?
I got the name of your show. Don't be popping off in my courtroom.
You better know. Yeah, no respect. I said you better stop popping off.
All right. Oh, hey.
Go ahead.
Mine?
What's yours?
Don't try to get under Underwood.
Ooh,
I like that. Oh, I see it. I see the vision. I see the vision.
But look who's backstage right now. Cheryl's Hot Bench reunion. It is coming right up.
The verdict is in.
Hot Bench is about to get
A whole lot hotter.
Session. Welcome back to The Talk, and joining us now are my esteemed colleagues from Hot Bench.
Please welcome Judge Rachel Juarez, Judge Michael Corriero, and Judge Judith Kowalski. I'm a little afraid.
She's dangerous.
You give Sheryl a gavel, and it can get it is daytime.
It makes you feel powerful. You want to try?
Oh, it says your name on it. I'm not touching that. That's yours.
That's true. Okay.
Judge Michael, let's talk things through first, because we saw she was powerful.
Yes.
She was good.
Oh no, she
made us. How was she?
She made us hotter. Yeah. And I think Amanda said you couldn't put anything under her, and you can't put anything over on Judge Underwood.
Right.
She's cool.
Yes,
she's cool.
But you all really kind of showed me the ropes and kind of told me which way to go and to use my brain, just
and
think
listening.
about it.
I think you really listened. And I love how you kind of broke it down. Like, you cut through all the legalese and you said, you did this, you didn't have the money. Okay, you owe him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And she commanded the courtroom. She protected the honor of the court. At one point, he was kind of sarcastic with me, and she straightened him out right away.
And Sheryl really unearthed sort of the unspoken kind of story going on underneath that made the whole case fall into place.
Yeah.
We need to respect it. Okay, so Judge Rachel, how can you tell when someone isn't telling the truth in the court?
I think it's when it doesn't make sense. So much of unearthing a lie is, does it make sense? And if you hear someone say something and it just doesn't ring true, more often than not, it's probably not true.
Okay, so we know that you all hear court cases all day long. So speaking of that, we have a couple of issues here that we thought you could help us with. Cheryl's got her gavel, okay? You ready to join in? All right, Akbar, you have an issue, all right?
Yes.
What's going on?
Okay, so it was the night before my anniversary, and I'm discussing with my wife about plans that didn't include our anniversary.
You forgot, is what you're saying.
I kind of forgot. And so as I'm getting ready to go to bed, I said, hey, babe, just so you know, the national championship is tomorrow. I'm going to watch it at the neighbor's house. Do you want to come? I invited her. I did invite, I included it, and she looked at me with this look. And I mean, it kind of burned me, actually. Third-degree burn on my chest. And she would not talk to me. She was pissed. I mean, she was mad. But I don't think she should have been mad at me, right? Like, I think I included her in this, like, to watch the national championship on our 15th anniversary. It seemed like the reasonable thing when you forgot.
On your anniversary, your 15th anniversary?
Yeah.
Amanda, come on, straighten him out.
Yeah. I mean, Akbar,
Thank you.
There's really nothing to say here. Honey, you were wrong. You were wrong. You did wrong.
No, you guys know that. I mean, you know. Come on, hook a brother up.
Yeah, well, you're toying with the death penalty now. That's the problem. How many years?
15 years.
15 years.
Yes.
Is this a
a grand jury investigation at the least will be done.
Okay. I'm just going to ask, before you guys rule on this, this is, to me, seems like a fix-it ticket. I can fix this very easily. Like this. Yeah, right.
Why didn't you? Because we have some pretty good liars coming to court. You are a very good liar. You could have really cleaned that up.
That was salvageable. What about there was a surprise party waiting at the college football party?
Oh, now you tell me.
We're not becoming liars, though. We don't want you lying, but...
Or it's a decoy. A party's a decoy for what you're doing.
Honesty is the best policy. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'm going to take you to the best restaurant that you like. I'm going to make it up to you. In some fact, wash the dishes, do whatever you don't ordinarily do.
All right, and he did do all of that.
Akbar, it's a felony. It's a felony, buddy.
It's a felony?
It's a felony.
You should know better. 15 years, come on now.
I'm going to appeal this. I'm going to appeal this.
You're going to appeal. But Akbar, your wife isn't the only one who's upset with you because Jerry also has some beef. What is it, Jerry?
Hello, Your Honors. My complaint is that the defendant, Akbar,
He's ready to go.
he can pop his pecs. He's a peck popper. I don't know if you're familiar. As you can see, he's always popping his pecs. And I've known Akbar. Akbar, I've known you for over a decade.
Yes.
And now we really work close together and we're close friends. And I always say, Akbar, give me the Bajabiyamila peck popping secret. Like, help me pop my pecs. I want to pop my pecs too. And Akbar's like, no, I'm not giving that to you. That's a Bajabiyamila secret. You can't get that. So, do you think that Akbar should have to give me his peck popping secret?
No, Your Honor, it's very simple. I've been watching Hulk Hogan since I was a kid, and I learned this from Hulk Hogan. I did the push-ups, I did my vitamins, I bench press. You need about 6 inches of chest muscle, and you don't have that. I can't help you. You didn't put in the work. I put in the work.
What say you? Give us the hot verdict,
I mean, that's Michael.
I'm taking the Fifth Amendment on this. But, would it really make a difference if he told you?
Yes! That's the verdict. That's the verdict. That's right. That's right.
All right,
That's
Cheryl,
the verdict right
give
there.
him the gavel.
Well, I'm going to break the
Don't break
table.
the table.
All right. I adjudicate friendship, still stand together. Big thanks to all the judges and the team at Hot Bench for having me. And Hot Bench airs weekdays on CBS. Check their local listings, and we'll be right back.
Before we go, we have something special that's the perfect addition to any kitchen. It's time for today's must-have giveaway!
You're gonna love this green pan slow cooker, saute, brown, simmer, steam, and much more with the Green Pan Elite Slow Cooker's one-touch presets, making healthy meals easy. Plus, the ceramic nonstick coating is PFA's free. Guess what? Everyone in today's studio audience, you're going home with the Green Pan Elite 6-quart slow cooker, which retails for just under $360. For your chance to win this giveaway at home, go to the Talk's Facebook page. Tomorrow, we've got a brand new episode of The Talk with Edgar Ramirez and June Diane Raphael. You don't want to miss it.